Once upon a time, in a small coastal village in West Sumatra, there lived a young man named Malin Kundang. He came from a humble family of fishermen. Despite their modest means, Malin was a bright and ambitious boy with dreams of making a name for himself and escaping the life of a fisherman. As he grew older, Malin's dreams grew bigger. He decided to leave his village to seek a better life in the city. His decision was met with resistance from his mother, who begged him not to go. However, Malin was determined and refused to listen to her pleas. He left his village with a heavy heart, promising to return one day, rich and successful. Years passed, and Malin Kundang did indeed find success in the bustling city. He became a wealthy merchant, owning grand ships and living in a magnificent mansion. He had everything he had ever dreamed of, except for one thing: he had forgotten his humble origins and the family he had left behind. One day, news reached Malin Kundang that his mother was gravely ill. He decided to return to his village to visit her, but not out of love or concern. Instead, he wanted to flaunt his wealth and success, showing off his grandeur to the villagers. When he arrived in his home village, he was welcomed with mixed emotions. The villagers were amazed by his opulence, but saddened by his arrogance. They saw that the boy who had once been so kind and compassionate had transformed into a prideful and heartless man. Malin Kundang visited his ailing mother, who was bedridden and weak. She had longed for his return, not for his wealth, but for his presence. She reached out to him, tears in her eyes, but he brushed her hand away and denied knowing her. In her final moments, Malin Kundang's mother prayed to the sea, her voice filled with grief. She asked the sea to punish her son for his heartlessness, to teach him a lesson he would never forget. As she took her last breath, a storm suddenly brewed, and the sea became furious. In a cruel twist of fate, Malin Kundang's grand ship was struck by lightning, and he was turned to stone. The sea had answered his mother's plea and punished him for his ingratitude. He remained as a stone figure, a symbol of his pride and disobedience. Malin Kundang's story serves as a reminder that success should never lead to arrogance or forgetfulness of one's roots and the people who once cared for us. His transformation into stone is a cautionary tale about the consequences of betraying one's own family and heritage.